When you buy something online or make a payment to a credit card, it usually takes a day or two for those transactions to settle. The same is true when it comes to investing. This process is called settling a trade. It's when the transfer of funds and securities between the parties are officially due. In fact, there's a big difference between the day you execute a trade and the day that the trade settles. Your trade date is the day you buy or sell most investments. When trading stocks, exchange-traded funds, and mutual funds, transactions currently settle 2 business days later. But starting May 27, 2024, the period will be reduced to 1 business day. The new settlement rule will be known as T+1. T represents trade date, and the +1 represents the 1 business day it will take to make the funds available and ownership of the security is transferred. You'll still be able to see the transaction within your account, kind of like a credit card transaction that's pending before it's officially settled. For example, if you buy a stock on Monday, then the investment is officially transferred to you on Tuesday, a day later when the trade settles. That means you must make sure that you have settled cash available on Tuesday to pay for this purchase. And if you place a sell order for another stock in your account on Tuesday, the money from the sale, which is commonly called the proceeds, settles into your account on Wednesday. If you want to pay for the purchase of the stock that you made on Monday with the money from your sale on Tuesday, this could be a problem. Why is that? Since you must settle the purchase on Tuesday, the money you receive from the sale on Tuesday is still unsettled and will not officially be settled until Wednesday. This means that if you don't pay for the purchase with settled cash, then you could end up paying interest for each day the balance owing is unpaid with settled funds. Let's look at another example. If you end up selling a stock on Thursday, then the trade would settle 1 business day later, on Friday. However, you may immediately use the proceeds of the sale of the trade to buy another stock without having to wait until settlement. This is because both buy and sell orders will settle on the same business day, 1 business day later. Besides waiting 1 business day, you may need to do another thing to ensure your trade properly settles. Have enough settled money in your account to cover the transaction on settlement date. If you don't have enough money in your account, you can deposit the funds online or through cash or a check at a local branch. You can also transfer the funds from another financial institution or sell enough investments and use that money that comes from that sale. There may also be further restrictions on the account. For example, if you're placing the first trade in a brand new account, it's required that you have the cash upfront to cover the initial purchase before you can place a buy order. Please note that mutual fund orders, including money market funds, must be entered before 4 p.m. Eastern Time for them to settle on the next business day. Orders placed after 4 p.m. will be considered for the next business day, and hence settled 2 business days later. In WebBroker, you can see how much money you have in your account at that exact moment. This is called your settled cash. You can also see how much money you have once your trade settled. This is called cash on hold. Here's how to view both. First, click Accounts, then Balances. The cash column shows everything as of the end of the previous night, your settled cash, and the money you'll get from trades once they settle. If you sold stock yesterday, for example, the unsettled proceeds you will get on the settlement date is factored into the total and is combined with the settled cash you currently have available. The money from the trade, though, can't be withdrawn until tomorrow when your trade settles. To see a clean breakdown of the cash you have, the settled amounts, and the cash you don't have settled yet, click Real-Time Cash. Here, you can see a list of your accounts and 3 columns. Settled cash shows the money you can immediately withdraw. Cash on hold shows the money you will receive or will be deducted for a trade that hasn't settled yet. And Real-Time Cash shows the money you have available in your account if you wish to buy another investment at that moment. It combines both the settled cash and cash on hold. These are some of the common things to be aware of after you execute a trade, and it's always a good idea to check your balances beforehand. Want to keep learning? Subscribe for more investing education straight to your feed.